Moving on towards our next speaker, Mr. Kingsley Kobayashi. He's a Nigerian Japanese serial entrepreneur, blockchain investor, advisor, and a philanthropist. Mr. Kingsley has almost 30 years of expertise in international trading and building successful businesses in Africa, Asia, and Europe. He is most invested in helping people strive financially and personally and live better lives. His latest project focuses on renewable energy in Africa and also creating payment systems for the unbanked. Without further ado, let's just head over to the live streaming and presentation of Mr. Kingsley Kobayashi. Over to you, sir.
Glorious day to you, ladies and gentlemen. It's a pleasure to be here today to talk to you about payment system. First of all, I want to thank JatBit for giving me the opportunity to express myself. And it shows what technology is doing today, that we are able to have a conference, video conference from one country to all around the world. And that shows you that we have grown technologically in the past 20, 30 years. My name is Kingsley Kobayashi, a Nigerian Japanese based in Tokyo, Japan. I'm a serial entrepreneur. I am the founder of Hurricanes International, Japan. I am the founder of HBK Naturalist Limited, a pharmaceutical company. Also the co-founder of FGC Group, a fintech company that concentrates on structuring projects on blockchain, etc., with my partner Tony Evans. We've been doing this for 5 to 6 years now, and today we're going to be talking about payment systems. Payment system has been around for a very long time. We have used different ways of payment. We have different kind of transactions, right from the trade by barter to the fiat system now, to transfer, to credit cards, to debit cards, to e-wallets, to prepaid cards. So we will not be able to actually enumerate all of them today or expatiate on them. But we are focusing on digital payment system. Digital payment system has been around for some time now, especially in developed countries like Japan, where we have Nanako, Suica, Passmo, and other payment systems that are used by both children and adults alike. Why is it good? It is good because it is easy to use. It is accessible. Both old people and young people use it for payment, either for buying goods, for taking buses, for paying for their trains and things like that, day-to-day life. But in developing countries, unfortunately, the infrastructure is not there yet. And to make payment system work in developing countries, we have to be able to collaborate with the government of those countries to make rules, laws that will allow for the financial institution to accept other kind of payment systems. Now we have about 1.7 billion people around the world that are unbanked or does not have bank accounts. Well, it's still going to take a lot of time to get to these people, because most of them are in rural areas. But at the same time, if we don't start now, we will not be able to get it done in the next 30, 40 years. The earlier we start, the better. So trying to help the unbankables, we have to start by educating the people in the area, which means we have to create systems that are good, that are easy to use. Easy to use. A system you can explain to an analog person, someone who is not digitally intelligent, someone who is not financially educated, someone who can understand what you are talking about. Because most of them does not have the capacity to assimilate what is blockchain, talk less of a payment system based on blockchain. The trust factor comes in. why should they trust you? Why should they rely on you? So you have to have this on the back of your mind when you are setting up a payment system for the unbankables. You have to include people who are in the community to be part of the projects, so they are able to explain to them in their local dialects or languages what this payment system are all about. They have to have easy access to it. It has to be transparent and secured, as that is what blockchain tends to teach us. And that is what blockchain is all about. So if it's transparent, they are able to take out their cash easily. Then you have community centers or financial centers where you have the interface for them to use it, for them to be able to change their fiat to their local cash, or change their Bitcoin or other altcoins to cash, and also be able to put their money into the wallets in different ways. So creating a system like this will need an application, a simple application, which means using the phone. The phone is still the easiest way to do it. There are other ways that blockchain can exploit. But right now, every poor man, every rich man, every young boy, every old man has a phone. So the phone becomes the easiest accessible way of putting payment system into place. A lot of people send money home from abroad. Most of us have the legality to go to the bank and do these transactions. But we also have to think about those who are refugees, who are still trying to get their papers worked out, and they need to transfer money to their loved ones back home to support them. Going to the bank becomes a thing they cannot do. Going to financial institutions becomes a thing they cannot do. But if they have a phone, they can easily load the money into their application, transfer the money to their loved ones back home. Yes, people will think, okay, what about KYC, AML, and things like that? But there can be a limit, $100, $200 as per what they can send. And if it is more than that, then the blockchain is automatically able to do KYC, AML based on their passport, their ID, or through eye identification, biometrics. There are many ways that are open to the blockchain system to do this. Out of the 1.7 billion people that are unbanked in underdeveloped and developing countries, most of them are women. So it is very important to include women in the day-to-day affairs of the financial institutions, because at the long run, they are the ones that actually go to the markets to buy things. They are the ones that go to the market to buy things. So they have to be educated in a way that they are able to use the system for the betterment of themselves and their families. In countries like Japan, like I mentioned before, they have a system already in place where the ecosystem already provide them the infrastructure to pay without using cash at all. All you need to do is you load your Nanako, you load your Passmo, you load your Suica, and you are able to use it in that ecosystem without carrying cash with you, which means people are more secured. There's less theft, there's less robbery, unlike developing countries where they depend on cash to live on a daily basis, which means they have cash at home. They know they have cash at home, so robbers come to their house and rob them and do things like that. So inclusive growth, there has to be an inclusive growth. They have to grow together. So you cannot just go to a community and start doing a blockchain system without including the people in the community in the system. You also have to include the people in the system so that they will grow with the project. That way they are able to support you in what you are doing. There has to be charitable opportunities like creating mentalities, creating schools to educate their children, to help their wives and daughters medically. There have to be things, incentives. It has to be cheap to use, if not zero, and make your money through advertising or other means, because you are dealing with people that do not have the fund to invest or to create this system. A lot of companies are trying to go into the payment system right now trying to raise billions of money to do it. And I don't believe it's going to cost that much. We can start by small steps, create applications that are easy to use on the phones, and put a minimum and maximum amount of money they can send or spend at a time, so that they don't overuse it, so they get used to the system. After this, it can be put on blockchain, and because blockchain is a decentralized system that will be able to keep the data of how they use the money. We'll be able to keep the data of people using it, and through the blockchain system, we can also educate them more on how to use the payment system. The financial system have been around for a very long time, and the pandemic has shown one thing, that edutech, health tech, remote tech is now the thing of the day. Everybody's working from home, everybody's studying from home, everybody's doing everything from home. You even have people doing consultation for medical things from home. So it is about time that transactions should be done from the comfort of your home, and that is one of the maker of payment system. Another thing is transfer of diseases, viruses, through exchange of cash from one person to another person. Payment system will eliminate that, and coronavirus have taught us that by changing money we are spreading the diseases. So it is very important that we create a system that our children's children will use without having to go to the banks, without having to go to any financial institutions that are crowded to make transactions, wait for 40 minutes. And then it becomes cost effective that you don't have to pay transport to go to the bank. It's faster to get to where it's going. The transaction fee is minimal, if not zero, to get there. One good example of a company doing that right now is Ripple. Ripple is working with different banks, and also ERO20, Ethereum is also doing that, working with different banks. So I don't think the banking sector have anything to be afraid of, because people think that, oh, they are trying to wipe out the banking sector. Yeah, it's a destruction, but I think we can the blockchain can collaborate with the financial institutions to make it better. So we have to be able to put things into place, to work with the government, to work with the banks, financial institutions, and to work with the people. If these three aspects are not put together, it's going to be difficult to get a result that we take care of the financial situation in these poor areas, especially people who are uneducated in the financial sector. It's been a pleasure talking to you all. You can reach me at kingsley@kingsleykobayashi.com, also on Twitter, also on Instagram, also on Facebook. If you have questions on how to invest on blockchain or how to do payment system, the fact that a project is on blockchain does not make it a good project. Every project needs to be analyzed. Every project needs to be looked at properly. You look at the business plan, which is the white paper. You have to be very careful before you invest your money, so that you don't lose that and say, oh, I made a mistake. No, it's your responsibility to know what you are investing in. So you have to understand it very well. You look at the HRO, you look at the tokenomics, you look at the tech behind it, you look at the marketing plan, the after marketing plan, and whether the project will succeed or not. We have experts who does this for us, who look at them for us, and then we are able to invest in different opportunities. Knowing what to invest in really helps a lot. Knowing the people that will help you make those decisions, even make it better. So blockchain is here to change the world. Cryptocurrencies are a different subject altogether, but blockchain is a system that I believe will revolutionize the system in the world right now, because it puts democracy in your hand. You are in control of your data. You are in control of your own financial capabilities. You are in control of your own head and other things. So I wish you a good day, and I hope you all have a nice time. Once again, I want to thank JatBit for putting this together and reaching out to me. Thank you very much. God bless.